Single word for led my team to victory. I need to submit my achievements for purpose of an interview. But the questionnaire format is such that I need to use as few words as possible. I want to convey led my team to victory in ABC XYZ competition. Is there a way to write this as an ABC XYZ competition? Edit. Yes, a shorter, punchier phrase would work. ABC XYZ is a fitness competition within the company I was working, where we had to log our daily activities, worth double when we did in group. We were organized into teams of 8 each. My role was to nudge people into doing more and encouraging them to work out in groups.
I don't think there is a single word for your example. It's also pretty hard to get a phrase around 5 words, but I'll try. Inspired my team's win in ABC XYZ competition. Inspired is defined like this by dictionary.com. To produce or arouse a feeling, thought, etc. to inspire confidence in others. To influence or impel. Competition inspired her to greater efforts. I led my team to victory also works perfectly fine.
I can't manage a single word, but I feel like you could encompass much of the same idea in spearheaded a victory in ABC XYZ competition. In particular, being the person leading a charge seems like too important a historical and modern concept to not have a single word covering it. A similar by more modern notion might be to be on point, although this is obvious far less succinct. The central idea I'm aiming for is to encompass the notion of my team, implicitly within the verb chosen. If anyone has any ideas based on this, it does somewhat diminish clarity slightly, forcing an interviewer to process this a little more than perhaps they'd like, as the phrasing has been made clunkier for the sake of brevity, but I think making progress on cutting this down further will probably need to go along some such lines. Edit. Perhaps captain to victory might make this even clearer, but it still isn't shorter in terms of word count.
I am not sure whether you want to minimize word count or character count. You state word count, but that is unusual, so I'm thinking character count is more likely. Regardless, precise English is not, in my experience, required on such forms. Rather, colloquial, expressional English is preferred. So, led my team to victory in ABC XYZ competition could be expressed as led team to win ABC XYZ competition, which shortens both word and character count.
I captained the winners of ABC XYZ competition.
Prevail. My team prevailed in ABC XYZ competition. Note, the definition itself doesn't exactly meet the letter of your question, yet it might meet the spirit rhetorically. Prevail is dramatic and brings with it a suggestion of an arduous challenge, with each definition getting some color from the other. I feel subjective here. I take it that you hope to be asked about details of what you list and have a story of perseverance and more you hope to be asked about. This word might trigger that. Yet be ready for a shaw or eye roll if what you led was rather routine and unremarkable. A few more thoughts. While prevail does not itself suggest leadership, it brings a sort of moral strength flavor. Not only were you good, but you faced challenge and adversity with poise and steadiness, different that say finished first, or outshone, or captain of winning team, which says nothing of the nature of your contribution or suggests you even broke a sweat. Also, as you mentioned specifically that you had to encourage or prod group members, some of the persuasion definition 3 fits nicely alongside 1, and that your team won had something to do with the continuing at it, aspects of 4 and 5. Leader or not. Might alone doesn't necessarily claim leadership, but it softly suggests a good bit more than merely being on the team, enough so that it might be cheeky to say, my team. If you were sitting on the bench or an also ran, I'd say it implies you were at least a leader on it. Best.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.